Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through a quick unboxing of Classic Class 25 Blitzwing from Transformers Bumblebee, and this particular model kit is from the Blokees Transformers Classic Class mainline. So this is the second week of a quick intermission between the Transformers wheels that I've been doing for a period of time, going through a full unboxing, build, etc. from the CO1 rollout collection. Reason why the intermission, well, one, I was halfway through that, and two, I did recently get Blitzwing as well as Sentinel Prime from the Classic Class line, so I thought quickly do these just to put the line back to a state of being idle before I go back into the wheels. So front of the box here for Blitzwing. That front image does look very cool. In fact, overall, Blitzwing actually does look like a really cool model kit. I think it's probably one of the better representations of him. Do I still think he kind of looks like Starscream? Yes. Do I still think that he should have been called Ramjet? Yes. But anyway, front of the box, 95 pieces, Classic Class Blitzwing. One side of the box will have a nice image, or another image of Blitzwing, with his hand weapon, which I'm not too sure what it is, but it is there. And on the other side of the box, front shot of Blitzwing, one from the back, 20 movable joints, etc. And then the exclusive weapons and accessories. So his main long-range weapon, his little hand blade weapon, and those missiles, which would be more appropriate for his ult mode. On the back, so we have a nice image there of Blitzwing, and I will admit, I'm actually quite glad that these are the actual images of the actual product itself and not actual CGI renders. It's actually really cool. It goes to show some of the, well, not some of the, all of the work that they've put into design these model kits. So that's that image there, and on the bottom here, just have these two shots there. The main inner frame, as I'll call it, for Blitzwing, and then all the armor components added. So it does look very cool, and we do get a quick glimpse of the runners. Okay, so there's the box for Blitzwing. Time to look inside. So, as always, we have a nice instruction manual here for the model kit, which is just a repeat of the front artwork, and on the back we just have the Transformers Bumblebee logo. Very cool to see that again. I think there are plans to release more characters from the Bumblebee movie, which may actually also include Optimus Prime. I do like how they're fleshing out the series, well, at least from the movie perspective. In terms of the manual, so we do get this usual breakdown of the loose parts and the parts on runners. There will be this page here to do his accessories and obviously put him on the base. And then we open everything up, just the usual build process. The head, his two arms, his main body and crotch area, and both legs. So definitely not too bad for just a shy of 100 piece build. Definitely has changed a lot from the early days of the Classic Class line. If you were to go back to the first half a dozen or so releases with the characters from Rise of the Beasts, the line has definitely changed a lot. At some point in time, I really do need to go back and do some reviews, because the models are great. Something has definitely changed about them, but I can't necessarily put my finger onto it. I'm not too sure when it changed, but yes, I think it actually might have been around the Dark of the Moon Megatron. The Transformers 1 stuff was okay. Jetwing Prime was a bit of a rehash, but from Megatron onwards, something has felt different, but that could be me. Anyway, back to this. So that was the manual. That is usually always there. Speaking of usually always there, because we're back to Classic Class Transformers, we do get the manual regarding battery replacement. In terms of the loose pieces, we do get this bag of some items. So there'll be the effect parts there, the weapon, the light unit, and I think the adapters for the base. And then speaking of the base, we do now get the standardized one large Blokees base as well, which, you know, I've said it a few times in the past, it's interesting how bases have come a long way from where they were to where they were in the middle to what they are now. Now, to wrap things up, runners. So, 2As, 1 and 2, being an inner frame, pretty much your dark graphite type colours, but the detailing is very nice there as well. Granted, a lot of that will be lost, but it is what it is. So 2As, we have 2Bs, B1 and B2, still in that nice dark graphite there for your inner frame detailing. So that's always very cool to see. So we have those. Moving into Cs, so we've got 3 Cs in total. They're all of a light grey, so C1, and then C2 and 3. C3 pretty much being exclusive to the wings. Even the Decepticon logo is definitely very much been printed on there. Sadly not coloured, but it is definitely there. So we have those. So those were the Cs. We have 2Ds, 1 and 2, two separate colours. So D1 is I feel it is a type of blue. I'm not too sure. I don't want to say royal blue. I don't think it's quite royal blue. It's definitely a darker shade of blue. And then we have D2, which has gone into red for the few red pieces that Blitzwing has. So those are the 2Ds. And then lastly, we have 2Es, 1 and 2. E1 is pretty much your fluorescent orange runner for a few pieces there. And then E2 goes back into a very, very light grey. That's very cool. So we have those. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the runners for Blitzwing. And how many times did I want to accidentally say Ramjet? A few times. Anyway, leaving it there for the unboxing of Classic Class 25 Blitzwing. As I mentioned at the beginning, this was part of a little intermission, so Transformers content from after this video will go back into Blokees wheels, unless for whatever reason I feel like doing yet another intermission. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. This does help support the channel, and I do appreciate it. There is extra content on my Instagram and the YouTube community tab. It's just pretty much work in progress stuff, which I am trying to become a bit better at updating. A bit. I think the YouTube community tab is having a bit more luck than Instagram. Anyway, with that being said, stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next week's video, which will go back to, as I said, Blokees wheel content for the Transformer side of things. Otherwise, there's definitely other stuff on the channel as well. See ya.